What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. It's Farm Some News, baby. Hashtag Farm Some News. Today we're going to take a look at the biggest news and top stories that have come out this week and this weekend in Farming Simulator. We're also going to take a look at the top rated and top ranking new mods that came out on the Mod Hub this week for all platforms. So let's jump right in. Starting off today with some top stories around the modding community this weekend. Mappers Paradise have released the PDA for their upcoming Monette Farms map, based in Canada and meant for all platforms. The map is flat overall, but it does have a lot of rolling hills. There is a bit of fencing, making this map slightly tricky in some of the parts, and you can see on the top right hand corner there's 3 logos. One for Monette Farms, we also have cattle, and seeds. There's 3 different businesses here that they run, and they farm over 300,000 acres with a huge massive fleet, which is going to be a lot of fun on this map. Obviously, in Farming Simulator, we need to scale everything down a little bit from real life, and that's exactly what Mappers Paradise have done here. I want to thank Blobby for sending over some information ahead of time to get you guys pumped for the map, and you can check out more on the Mappers Paradise Facebook page, linked in the description. Agritono's The Beast has some new screenshots and information today, and I believe we've seen hints of this over the past month or two on the testing list, but it looks like progress has been really ramping up over the past week as the mod has been completely redone with much higher quality than the version that we had in 19, which was for all platforms. Don't worry, this one is as well. One other feature that it's going to have is a manual lift. That way you can lift up the UTV up and down, or however you want, on your own, giving it more clearance. This isn't unique though. It's really cool, but it's not unique to this, as 82 Studios' new TLX 2022 will also have the same feature shown a few weeks ago, and I'm sure there's a lot more stuff out there being worked on right now that will feature the same. Still a great thing to see that it's coming. Speaking of trucks, there seems to be a lot of confusion why the F350 isn't done yet, as we've seen it teased for a long time now, and it's been in and out of testing, but we've got nothing. Well, Agritono shared 2 bits of information in their latest post. One saying that they're seriously thinking about redoing it completely, which would delay the project, but improve the quality, and another one saying that it's a matter of texture mapping. If there's no remodeling, it won't take long. I can't tell you which one's happening with this mod, as it doesn't seem like anyone really knows, and I'm not sure if even Agritono knows exactly what they're going to do with this. But I'm keeping a lookout for any information that could lead us to the final, this is where it is and this is what's going on answer, and I'll relay that to you guys as soon as we've got it. Next up, speaking of trucks and 82 Studio, well, David's changing up the way he's doing the TLX 2022, changing the concept of the truck and the beds to a truck with a bed, or you can customize it without a bed. Most people that use his trucks just use them as a pickup truck, so the pickup bed will now be included in the mod, so you don't have to customize it completely separately and maybe accidentally choose the wrong customization like I do. However, you'll still be able to select a version of the truck without the pickup bed. That way you could choose whatever other bed that you want to add for it. One interesting thing that he also showed off was the Camp It attachment to the TLX 2022, though he didn't address when or even if it would be coming back. However, with the amount of work that's going into it, I can imagine we'll see something sometime down the road. Moving on, Custom Modding's got another mod sent over to Giants for testing for all platforms, the John Deere S-Series Combines. This is going to feature the pipe extender to work with those 60-foot headers. That's going to be nice. Firestone tires, Goodyear tires with 1100 duals and LSWs, around 12 different grain tanks, and the ATI PowerFlex tracks, and the Soci S-Tech 1000s, and a lot more. Soon, more features are going to be showed off with a few surprises, they say, so keep an eye out for that. And currently, this mod is sitting waiting with the John Deere C850 air cart and the P576 air drill, as well as their Landoll A45 AG Hollow series. I did, however, get some clarification on that Landoll trailer from Giants during the podcast a few days ago. The Landoll version is just going to become available for all platforms, so the same version's on PC right now. That's just going to be available for everybody. The Lizard version, which is console only, and I think it's on PC as well, will be removed from the Mod Hub. However, if you have it downloaded and you want to keep using it, you can. It's all good. You just won't be getting any updates in the future, nor will you be able to get it back if you delete it. So just a heads up. Our last top story this weekend comes from Hispano Modding, who is updating their Lizard 90 Rake mod and the baler pack with the R90 on it, with new telescopic versions and 3 new links. We have 12 meters, 16 meters, and 20 meters. Yeah, these are also going to be accompanied with new names, the T120, T160, and T200. Currently, right now, for both of these mods, we use the 10.3 meter R90 version, but These are going to add more, maybe a little bit more unrealistic gameplay, but hey, that's always fun for me. My only hope and request even is that the intake is also modified, as I do use these quite a bit off screen and they miss a lot in those heavy grass areas and straw areas at the end of a row, maybe when you've had a worker harvest wheat or something like that. There's a lot of straw down at the end and it doesn't get it all. Hopefully this is all fixed and it collects everything that you go over. Either way, an epic update to one of the coolest mods on Mod Hub. All right, making our way into the top mod section. Over the past week, we've had 71 new and updated mods released on the Mod Hub. And today, we're going to take a look at the best of the best from the new mods released for all platforms. First up are the top 5 mods that I think everyone should go download right now and give a try if you haven't already. Starting with the K-Brand Silage Pack from Solar Guy Modding. This pack includes 3 different pieces of equipment. We've got a modified baler with or without the attachment on the back. That's actually 2 mods, but 1 piece of equipment. We've got a modded wrapper that'll wrap up larger bale sizes all the way from 125 to 180 centimeter round bales and 180 to 240 square bales. As far as I know, no other bale wrapper in the game does that, so that's super cool. And we got a modified version of the massive K-Brand windrow, just because. This pack is made to be used in combination together to make grass work and silage work a lot easier for you guys by allowing you to collect a massive amount of grass, bale it up quickly, and wrap it, all without missing a beat. It's a really cool mod and also features some 82 Studios colors on there, which have been granted. This mod has 105 votes right now, with an average rating of 4.8. Next up is the Build Your Farm Silo mod from Thalver. This is a pretty sweet mod because you can pretty much place this down wherever you want and build your own silo. Firstly, it comes with a different unloading station, 3 of them in fact, where you can unload your bulk crops, and it's got a flap that can be opened on the top. There's also a discharge pipe, so you guys can place it on a house, a tree, silo, kind of wherever you want. It's really cool. And there's a decorative silo grid there too, where you can unload, or you can use your unload triggers and embellish them. A really neat mod if you guys want to create something all your own. The silo holds 500,000 liters, and it's currently got 41 votes with an average rating of 4.9. Thirdly is another really neat mod, the Small Tender Pack from Dogface. This includes the Lizard branded bulk seed tender, trailer, and pickup truck for Farming Simulator 19, as well as a fuel tank and another tank. There's also a Strobel branded version of this, but it's PC only, but that's been out for like a week or 2 now. So if you guys want a branded version of that, play on PC, go for it. This version for all platforms includes some custom livery options for the truck, so you guys can brand it up with Elm Creek Farm or maybe choose some of the other options. It's a really cool mod, and it's something a little bit different. It's currently got 133 votes with an average rating of 4.7. Fourth on the top 5 is the Massey Ferguson 5S from Grubby. This mod is really neat because it allows you to customize almost every aspect of the tractor, from colors, design. It's a really neat mod giving you full control. We got main color, rim color, designs, Dyna4 transmission, more wheel options than you can even count. I'm sure you can count, but you know what I mean. New sounds and a whole lot more. If you guys are looking for a 5S that you can truly make yours, this is the one to go with. The mod currently has 33 votes with an average rating of 4.4. And the last new mod for all platforms that I think you guys should try out from this week is the Case Magnum series from GNFS. Unless you bleed green, this is a mod that I think you should definitely try. This is a tractor pack, and it includes 2 different models. We have the Magnum AFS Connect series, I believe the base model from 22, and the Case Magnum CVX, which I believe was the base model from Farming Simulator 19. The mod pack offers a lot of features and customization that makes these tractors some of the most popular ones to use in Farm Sim. With the rim and main colors, it's only red and black I believe, but still got those. We got different customization settings, it adds compatibility with Kubota DLC, so you and your buddies can go for a ride, and there's a lot more. There's also a spread axle version specifically for sugarcane fields, so if you're looking for something like that, this is the mod to go with. It's currently got 168 votes with an average rating of 4.8. I've also got the top 5 mod updates that came out this week. If you guys are using these mods, make sure that you update them. And if you're not using them, check out these updates. Maybe there's something here that could benefit you. First up is Maypole Farm from Cavalier Roy. This was updated to version 1.2.0.1. This fixed issues with some trees that cause the game to crash. Fix the BGA so it's got a larger capacity, however, a new save game is required for this to take effect. They fixed some hedges floating, distant mountains have been changed, foliage updates for the dirt tracks, sell point names have been updated, background switched out, and detailing has been added. New cow barns to the northwest and southwest farms now have a capacity for 1,000 cows. Baling contracts are fixed, the PDA has been updated, Sesneak's Relight environment has been implemented, and for PC Mac players, it is now Graze mod ready. And just a heads up again, save game compatible. However, for the increased Bell store or Bell BGA storage, the new game save is required. The map currently has 2,135 votes, an average rating of 4. Next up is an update to the map Starso from Tagrim and Zolnarash. This is going to be version 1. Something I actually wrote this down wrong in my settings. Anyway, you can check it out. Fixed Field 9 map end. Sheep pasture foliage amount's been increased. The cow pasture forage quantity has been increased. Cow pasture is now sellable. Pigs and horses can now be purchased. Teleport chicken coop has been fixed at the BGA. You guys can now hand in missions without buying the BGA first. It's no longer possible to hand in missions at the oil mill. Horse pasture has been rebuilt. Pigsty rebuilt. Manure heaps been rebuilt. Pumps and hoses do not cause any errors on the map anymore, and it does require a new game save. It's currently got 415 votes with an average rating of 4.3. Thirdly is an update to the Massey Ferguson with a name change to the mod as well. The 6S and 7S. This is from KRKZ Modding and was updated version 1.1. They've added the Massey Ferguson 7S. They've added daytime running lights, passenger support, and a base price increase to the 6S. Block weight's been improved, chassis color's been changed, screen details have been changed, shadow bugs fixed, grid bugs fixed, and they've added new details overall. The mod pack currently has 195 votes with an average rating of 4.8. Fourth on the list, a little bit of a smaller changelog here. This is the Lakotech LH2 from Mr. 07. Version 1.1 of the mod, Kemper support wheel has been added, and the Kemper Plus 360 has been added. This is a really cool mod, and I think it allows players that are playing with less money to still do silage, corn silage. Matter of fact, mod currently has 106 votes with an average rating of 4.7. And number 5 on the top mod updates this week for all platforms is the Lizard GD4 HS pack from Gens M's version 1.001. They've added the Lizard GD4 20 HS trailer, which is a little bit smaller version than the one we already have. They've also added warning decals, added steering on the rear wheels, added side markers, updated the decals, changed the price, the unloading speed, and the brand logo, fixed the tip cylinders, fixed the wheels on the ground with heavy load, and mod currently has 75 votes with an average rating of 4.8. Moving on to the showcase of the top mods this week, voted on by you guys, the community, on Mod Hub. I try to find mods with close to 100 votes, or at least like above 50. That way we get a good average. Some of these have more, but quite a few have less because there wasn't a lot of voting on Mod Hub this week. Starting off with the 5-star mods, we've got the Brussels Inlaid H55 container hook from Deutz Freak WSM, 17 votes. And the only other new mod for all platforms to finish the week out with a 5.0 rating was the Lizard P151923 from Langreer Modding with 16 votes. Moving on to the top mods to finish the week with a 4.9 rating. First is the Kafini Synthesis from Pepe978 with 57 votes. Secondly is the Build Your Farm Silo from Thalver with 41 votes. Thirdly is the Lizard Ultra Magnus, 12,000 with 39 votes. And the only other mod this week to finish out with a rating of 4.9 was the Italian Auger Wagon pack from Thomas96 Modding and Aerotour 25 with 13 votes. And lastly, making our way over to the top mods with a rating of 4.8. These have a lot more votes. We have the Case Magnum series from GNFS with 168 votes. Secondly is the New Holland T7 Tier 4A from Blue Ogden Modding with 124 votes. Thirdly, the K-Brand Silage pack from Solar Guy Modding with 105. And fourth is the Lizard Tank 40 from Solutions Modding with 95 votes. Now for the big hitters, the mods that got the most amount of votes on Mod Hub this week. These are the mods voted on by the community on Mod Hub, and generally the mods with the most votes are the ones with the most downloads. So the most voted on and probably most downloaded mod of the week was the John Deere 7J from Agritono with 216 votes and an average rating of 4.7. Secondly was the Green Valley map from Zero Oyoto with 197 votes and an average rating of 3.9. And thirdly on the list is the Case Magnum series from GNFS with 168 votes and an average rating of 4.8. Big shout out and thank you to all of the modders out there who work really hard to bring us, the community, new and updated mods and maps every single week. You guys make this game a lot of fun to play, and we are super grateful for what you guys do. Thank you. All right, let's end out the video with some good stuff. The biggest stories that you may have missed this week from Giant Software. Starting off with the second round of fact sheets that we got for the Platinum DLC, which is going to be here Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. For all platforms. The DLC is going to be introducing 40 new vehicles and tools into the game with new brands as well as new equipment from existing brands we've already got. It's also a new map, Silver Run Forest, and that's going to include new production chains, at least like 3 or 4 that we already know of. This week we got 3 new fact sheets, 2 of them are vehicles and 1 of them is a new piece of equipment. One of those new vehicles was the Volvo L200H high lift wheel loader. The piece of equipment was the Kohler Force Technic K307C-H plus EcoFlex yarder, and the other vehicle was the Volvo BM 2654 tractor. If you guys missed the full fact sheet video, I'll leave that linked in the description beside fact sheets for you guys to check out. And the last thing today, we got a look this week at rock breaking and how it's going to work with the Platinum DLC. Lurking in the shadows of Silver Run Forest are larger, more massive stones that will impede your way, needing to be taken care of with the Paladin SFB 750 hydraulic crusher / breaker. This tool is going to be used for those large rocks in areas that they shouldn't be, and you can pretty much hit every single rock on the map with the exception of big mountains. There's even going to be rock crushing missions to go along with it. The missions will be marked with a red flag, that way you know which rocks need to be pulverized. And to do this, simply grab your skid steer, attach the breaker, and unfold the tool. Once you do that, lower down the tool to the rock and it'll start to vanish bit by bit. You'll then be left with a pile of stones, which then can be moved. You need a shovel or whatever you want to use for that. Collect the stones and then sell them to the rock crusher, just like you do the ones in your fields. That way, you'll get a little bit extra cash. Remember, the Platinum Edition will contain both the base game and the Platinum expansion, whereas the expansion itself is just the DLC without the base game. I imagine most of you guys watching this video will want to be getting the expansion because that, well, doesn't include the base game. Generally, I refer to it all as the DLC just to make it a little bit easier to comprehend. Speaking of, the Platinum DLC for Farm Sim 22 again will be here on Tuesday, November the 15th for all platforms. That does include everybody: PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Mac. It is also included in the Year 1 Season Pass, so if you've got that, you don't need to buy it or pre-order. You'll just get it the day it comes out. However, this will probably be, or at least should be, the last thing included with the Year 1 Season Pass, and I do look for Giants to showcase a Year 2 Season Pass in the next few months. And that's it. That's all the big news and top stories that you may have missed this week in the world of Farming Simulator. But don't forget, I do save the cringy, self-aware segues to the outro for during the week. So tune in Monday through Friday for regular Farm Sim News videos, and every weekend for this Farm Sim News Weekend Update. Well guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the Weekend Update video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. With that said, hope you have a great day. We will see you later. I don't know if you guys watch college football in the United States, but holy cow, this was a good weekend for football.